Content warnings for this episode: blood and gore, overstimulation, gunshots, quite a lot of them, explosions, loud noises, flashing lights, giant snakes, animal cruelty, and screeching. And now to the episode. You have been warned. Welcome back to Sekiro. This time we are heading towards the Gunfort, the home of the Snake Eyes tribes. We have some Nightjar phantoms to deal with. Maybe villagers can appear here too and grab you from below and hold you so that you get shot. We are going to hear a lot of gunshots this episode. It is called the Gunfort for a reason. This spot right here is a little bit annoying. When you're jumping across, this Snake Eyes will shoot you. You can McCarry their thrust of their gun. I was trying to show it off in a different episode, I think, and I couldn't get them to do the thrust attack. You can make sure that one won't shoot you by hitting you with a shuriken before you jump across and grapple. You've got to grapple up here to continue going. Down and to the right is progress here. Up and to the left is a side area. Not a big one, just a little fun place. You might miss this one right over here and try to jump up and then get shot from behind. I don't know how they didn't see me. Over there is where the idol was. In melee, they're pretty weak. Their entire focus is ranged, of course, so it makes sense. You know. And here we have a gourd seed. More healing. Nice. Now here is progress. This is the correct path. I'm not sure why you get a ceramic shard here, other than maybe to just draw your eye in this direction. The game is ceramic sharding you. And here's a gecko. Pretty sure I screwed this up too. Yeah, I did. You need to do a backstab death blow. Jumping death blow does not work. But if you backstab death blow the gecko, because their blood is different from human blood, you get different effects. For blood smoke, you get a cloud of poison, and it poisons you as well. This spot is pretty hard if you wait to go here. You'll see why in a moment. This little area is kind of annoying because of the multiple gun guys. But you'll see in just a moment if I've aggroed them. I can't remember if I aggroed them or just looked at them. Or if I'm thinking of a different area. Also, I hope the rain is not getting picked up. Over here you can see more of the sunken valleys, and there appears to be rivers going through Ashina. No, I must have just been remembering a different area. Or it might have been in my speed run. That is the necklace about the centipedes. If you want, you can pause during enemies. I leave a moment to allow people to pause. That's why I do that moment. But I did a New Game Plus 7, Charmless Demon Bell, speedrun, glitchless. It was fun.
落ち谷の鉄砲取りで噂以上よ。備えなきは無謀であったわ。懐かしい。先方寺の鐘が聞こ
I unfortunately can't submit my speedrun because I could not get live split working. And I still can't. It seems to be too intensive to work on my computer as a timer. I can only use the Sony Vegas built-in one. So I can't submit speedruns, I can just do them. My category isn't run anyway because of nobody runs highest difficulty. And I don't know. They don't. You know, you have to set up saves to rotate for it. It's hard to make sure everyone has everything the same at the start. All the same tools available. Now then, I just learned the videos I've been uploading are all in 29 FPS. Because Sony Vegas apparently defaults to 29 for high quality, and it's the highest it goes default, and you can set it to 30. 60 you have to manually edit in, so I'm not happy about that. But anyway, here's a mini-boss. This is the other Snake Eyes. Fought in the similar way. The difference is this Snake Eyes is very weak to poison. It will stun her and do a good amount of damage over time. The hardest part of this fight for me is just getting over here without getting shot. You don't have to fight and kill her. You can jump up past behind her and just leave. And she can't chase you. She can't even really shoot you. Poison kind of negates this fight and makes it really easy. Already she's dead. And unfortunately I killed her on the edge, so she fell off. I could have quit and reloaded to make her body spawn back up here, but that would have taken a little bit of time. Just to look at the face and show. Underneath the bandages, she doesn't really have a face. But up here is where you can sneak past her. You don't even really need to sneak, you can just run up here, climb, and leave. Up ahead is a sniper zone. There's tons of them with guns. You can use this to help yourself out. But you need to make a jump up here, so you'll have to do that at least. And the rest of the spot, you're going to be jumping quite a lot. If you fall through that hole, there is a branch below you can grab to. This spot is actually really annoying. And if you get hit in the air and killed, because in the air you take more damage from projectiles, you just fall, you can't revive. If you die and fall, you can't revive. See what I mean? Around this area they have planted small amounts of gunpowder. When you step on the little mines, they'll go off and alert enemies. You don't have to actually fight everyone here. I'm just trying to show off the area. Like usual. In melee, you can kind of just spam attack to kill them. It's rare that two are close enough to both attack you in melee. These guys are a bit of the tougher problem. They're better at short range. You want to parry their kick and parry their swing of their gun. So I'm hoping this one will render in 60 FPS. Here is a one-of-a-kind enemy. I have not seen this enemy anywhere else in the game. This enemy type is in other areas. There's the old priest ladies in antechamber of Ashina Castle. This lady exists just to alert other enemies nearby. She is just an old Snake Eyes. I have not seen her have any attack, not even like a weak little dagger swing. These guys are very annoying. Thankfully, blood smoke helped out a lot right there. Also, they drop decent upgrades for prosthetics. You'll also notice the, what are they called, wind socks? People have pointed this out many times, but there are things here that give them an idea of how hard and where the wind is blowing in direction, allowing them to more easily snipe and fire at long distances with greater accuracy. We'll take a look at it right now, actually. That right there helps you tell which way the wind is blowing. We have a massive Buddhist statue here. I'm not quite sure who it is, but this looks more like a Buddha to me. Up ahead, we're going to be seeing some statues that look more like Buddhas to me than the deities that have refrained from becoming Buddhas. Now, perhaps I just don't recognize the statues well enough, and it would include going through hundreds of statues from images in areas around the world to be more certain and, of course, actually studying more into these statues. I might do that more for dedicated videos, but for right now, I don't want to have to dedicate 10 hours every day of the LP to looking at statues. This is one of the long-armed centipedes. Over here is a sort of armory for the snake eyes. Now, previously, we should have fought long-armed centipede Senun, and this is Giraffe. Senun's name, I think, is in reference to money, possibly 1,000, like in reference to a centipede, although it's 100, I believe. This is Giraffe. His name is not localized right. It should be Kirin. Kirin, of course, being the mythical creature. But they believe that the true form of it was a giraffe. Already he's dead. We've talked how to fight this guy. You just deflect a bunch. Then when he goes to sweep, you jump on his head. That's the whole fight. Don't get backed into a corner because the camera will screw you up. Now, right here is a statue of a sort of mother goddess sort of figure, which might make one think of Tara. But this looks to me more like Guan Yin. Guan Yin is also in Buddhism, but she's not exclusive to that, and she sometimes is also known as Kanan. Also, this is the large fan, a new prosthetic tool. I'll get into that later. Underneath this boss arena, there's some more stuff, and a prayer bead, if we follow the path in the darkness. But Guan Yin is sort of a goddess of compassion and mercy and caring for others, a mother goddess. The headdress part specifically and the position of the hands and fingers makes me think it's her, on top of her role here and her connection with Journey to the West, with, I'm pretty sure, her being the one that gave the monk the ability to control the Monkey Kings. And this area is going to be very heavily monkey related and is going to have some Journey to the West related stuff. And Sekiro in general has some Journey to the West related stuff. We are going to see some more statues of who I believe is Guan Yin. And I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm sorry if I am not. We are up ahead going to be seeing a lot of statues. I'll try to, as best as I can, pick out who they are. I think I might know which Buddhas are being depicted. I'm pretty sure it's not the Buddha, not Sid. Oh boy. Now I'm trying to pronounce it. I really hope I get it right, because that's a bad name to mispronounce. Siddhartha Gautama? I hope. I have taken classes, but my teachers were not Indian, so I have no idea if they knew what they were pronouncing. Over here is the prayer bead, near some centipedes. In dark areas, you cannot use the Nightjar Monocular. Well, you can, but you won't be able to see. For some reason, the filter Snake gets in dark... Or, not Snake. This isn't Metal Gear. It's a stealth game, but not Metal Gear. Wolf. He gets a filter in dark areas that allows him to see. We don't get it when using the Nightjar Monocular for some reason, which is annoying, because there's a lot of dark areas I'd like to look at things closely. Guan Yin also, I'm pretty sure she's associated with Jizu, and there are actually, a statue of her is in the dilapidated temple near to all the Jizus. It's actually the statue that Hanbei is next to, I believe. That's her, at least. If you come to this spot late, there will be phantoms right here. We are about to get attacked, as you can tell. There is something there. You might recognize an old friend. A regular Date Masamune, if you will. Or is it Masamune? I think it's Masamune. Now you can get avoid disadvantage here. If you jump and grapple onto these branches, you won't take fall damage. Or at least won't take as much. Unfortunately, I still got hit and somehow lived. The snake isn't very good at seeing underwater. But at least we have some carp here. Some items to grab. This is a part of why it's a good idea to do Ashina depths before this. It's also kind of neat to see the snake from under the water above you. Now, it is important to activate the snake before doing a little bit of a quest for Black Hat Mujina in Senpo. You want this snake activated. It will not appear in a different area if you have not come here first. There used to be a glitch to activate it, which I'll actually show in a different episode about this, that involved poisoning yourself and falling and landing somewhere and dying from poison before you get zoned out and then reviving. But it has been patched since people were using it a lot for speedrunning and skips. There is an important area coming up ahead, and a boss many might consider one of the hardest bosses in the game. We aren't going to fight it this episode. I do have it all recorded. Here are some more statues. I think that's Jizu because of the staff. And these look like statues of him, just very low detailed ones. He's kind of all over. He's everywhere. It's hard to find a zone in Sekiro without some form of statue depicting him. and just looking out into the sunken valley. This jump right here is really annoying. It's not hard or dangerous, it's just often annoying. Ambush. If you are running forward, he drops on you. So I'm going to be doing my best to point out anything I can about these statues. They are supposed to be of Bodhisattva. The Bodhisattva idol is up ahead, so I'm pretty sure that's what they're supposed to be. The ears kind of remind me of different regions. That is the Karana Mudra, I believe for expelling like evil, toxins, and demons. These statues kind of remind me of more from other regions, like around Sri Lanka. But I'm not a statue expert. We're going to take a look at the Vitarka on the screen. It is one of like conversation, talking, for understanding, basically. So Varada is all about like compassion, about caring for others. It's about getting rid of like worldly needs. And then what was the other one? It was, I believe, Abhaya, which I think that's what, like, courage. I know those two are very commonly paired on a lot of statues. You'll see them on a number of statues in the game. In real life, I'm pretty sure they're paired all the time. A lot of them are combined, so each hand will have its own mudra. I can't go into the detail of all of them because, again, I don't recognize all of them. Some might be a bit more generic or related to specific regions and their versions of Buddhism. And this is not exclusive to Buddhism, it's used in other religions like Hinduism. I'm not sure if there is a real-life location this area is based upon. If there is, it might be based in China? I am not entirely sure. I don't know if it's based on any sort of Japanese locations. The statues themselves kind of remind me more of statues of Buddhas that I see, but I have seen bodhisattvas with these sorts of hairstyles and patterns. And they are, in essence, going to physically look very similar anyway. The main difference is just the Buddhists have gone through nirvana. They have attained nirvana. More monkeys here. I haven't been talking about all the monkeys because it's weird that monkeys are old hat or old kabuto by now. The large statues of this region kind of remind me more of large statues around like Pakistan and Afghanistan. And there are Buddhist statues there as well. Buddhism is really widespread, and there are some very old statues there, or were. Unfortunately, I think a decent number of them were destroyed, or just weren't even maintained. But they're not quite as detailed as these statues are here. Down there is the bottom of Sunken Valley, at least the bottom of the Sunken Valley we can go to. It's full of poison. That's Blight Town number 2, Poison Swamp. There are also Nightjar here for some reason. I'm not quite sure what they're doing here in particular. This place does seem to attract shinobi. I'm just not quite sure what they in specific are doing here. I don't know why, I just felt like mocking this one. And Somehow, that guy did not see me. I don't know why. The Nitro seem to do that a lot. It's like they're very singularly focused. They have a monocular focus. Up close of the statue. It's hard for me to tell who in specific any of these statues are. They don't seem as specific. They could just be representations of various ones or concepts or many different monks and teachers and philosophers. Over there is the monkey pit. The monkey pit is fun. I don't know who made that giant rope, though. I don't know if that's an actual rope or just a big stone carved rope around a tree. I don't know what the deal with that is. But giant ropes seem to be a thing in Sekiro. There is a prosthetic we can get later that will make animals attack each other. Right here it would be really fun, but you have to beat Sunken Valley to get it. I also have the Divine Fan equipped. I mentioned getting that earlier. What it does is it turns enemies around. And the frame rate killer using Cleave on the monkeys. If I remember right, you get something for killing all the monkeys. That's right, you get monkey boots. Perhaps it just drops from one of them rarely, but I'm pretty sure I was getting it whenever I killed all of them. Maybe it's a specific monkey that drops it. Not quite sure how to get over there. I can't remember, so I didn't go there. This is the path forward. This is where we'll be getting the Lotus of the Palace, down there at that thing you can see. That statue over there looks to be of Guan Yin to me. I'll see you next time.